auspicious occasion. A great fortune to be here. I think I was here once or twice before on Gaura Purnima. I remember distinctly one time being here at least. I think Mahavishnu Swami was here once on Gaura Purnima also. 8 years ago. And what I remember most was the Pushpa Abhishek. That was really fun. And all kinds of other kirtans. Maybe they were not on that day, but going on the roof and here and there and this and that. Up on the embankment there with the devotees. Mahavishnu Swami is the personification, you could say, modern kirtan. Not modern in terms of compromised in any way, but utilizing the situation we're in to spread the holy name. So we're happy to be here on this wonderful day. We hope some more devotees will manifest over the next few minutes. There's only a few devotees here right now, I know. Have all the devotees come from Caloocan?
Yes,
I only see 2, maybe a few 3, 4. So quite a few still to enter the room, aren't there? 5 or 6 are here. And I think from Makati they've not arrived. Huh? Pardon? I don't see the Makati devotees. So hopefully they'll be coming soon. So, excuse me? Just arriving. The whole universe is arriving, we cannot see it. On Lord Chaitanya's appearance day. This is the greatest, most important festival in many ways. We say that about many festivals, but it's the most important festival in the universe. We discussed a little last night, but this morning we've been asked to speak on the appearance of the Lord, the reasons for his appearance. So we'll try to speak a few words by the mercy of Lord Nityananda, mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. So I think we'll chant for a few minutes until more devotees enter. Hari Bol. Wonderful to see you both. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. So try to move. Maybe, I don't know if you want to move forward or not, but try not to block the door. That's the one thing. We may have to move forward a little bit and readjust ourselves. We don't want to inconvenience yourselves. Wonderful. Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvasesha Sanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvasesha Sanyavadi Paschatya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Jaya Sachinandana Gaura Hare Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Sachinandana Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Shri Shri Gaur Purnima Maha Mahotsav Ki Jai. So we'll start by singing Arunodaya Kirtan, songs of Srila Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur, generally sung at dawn. Well, we miss the dawn in one sense, but it's still morning, so we'll sing them for our own benefit. And sometimes we sing these songs on the street on Harinam. Sometimes, if we're going out early in the morning, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with his associates, they would go out. Well, we'll read the translation first. They would go out in the morning like this with his associates, and they would chant the holy name through all the villages of Navadvip. When a tinge of red on the eastern horizon heralded the sunrise, the jewel of the twice-born, Lord Gaura Sundar, immediately awakened. Taking his devotees with him, he went all over the countryside, visiting the towns and villages of Nadia. The mridungas resounded, tatai tatai. The cymbals chimed in time, and Lord Gauranga's footpals jingled as his golden form trembled slightly in ecstatic love of God. Lord Chaitanya called out to the townsfolk, "You spend your nights uselessly sleeping, and your days decorating your bodies. Now, just fill your mouths with the vibration of the holy names, Mukunda, Madhava, Yadava, Hari, chanting without offense. You have achieved the rare human birth. Don't you care for this gift? If you do not serve the darling of your shoulder now, great sorrow awaits you at death. Each time the sun rises and sets, a day passes and is lost. Why then do you remain idle and refuse to serve the Lord of the heart? Understand this essential fact. Life is temporary and full of all kinds of miseries. So take shelter of the holy name as your only business. Desiring to bless all souls, the sweet name of Krishna has descended to the material world and now shines like the sun in the sky of the heart, destroying the darkness of ignorance. Drink the pure nectar of the holy name of Krishna, and thus satisfy the soul of Bhakti Vinod. There is nothing but the holy name within all the 14 worlds. Is it on the screen? Yes. Hare Krishna. I have a chudder. It's probably still on the side down there somewhere. Udilo harno pura babage Dvijamani Gaura mani jage. Bhagata sama loya sate kila nagara praje samuva loya sate kila nagara as you can see, is a 2-beat. Ta-tai, ta-tai, bhajalo koi, gana gana tai jajero, bhajalo koi, gana gana tai jajero, dala dala, sonaranga, Chorane nupura paje. Mukunda Madhava Yadava Hari Olena Bolare Padana Bore Hello. I'll sit there for a minute. Nichine davase gelore ati divasa shayira saje. Durava Manavadeo Payaki Koro Pavo Nakeho Evene Paji Yasharasuta Charane porive nache Yukti tattapana oire asta Kinagirvo oire vyasta Tabeke noebe alasohoy nabajare doje Janahasai Kaina Navida Vikadva Jivaya Kaina Navida Vikadva Namashaya Kori Jatane Tumi Taka Apana Kaje Jagati asti madurna Jira kalyana sarana Jagati asti madurna Avidyati mira kapana rupe Vitkatani virate Shinam Shuddha Koryatan Chule Bakati Hinodatan bhave Vijamani Gaura Amani Jage Okata Samu Elohia Pate Kela Nagara Praje Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare So that's the reason of Lord Chaitanya's appearance, to chant the holy name.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, indeed. That's why Lord Chaitanya came. Lord Gauranga is calling. Wake up, sleeping souls! Wake up, sleeping souls! You have slept in the lap so long, on the lap of the witch Maya. You came into this world of birth and death, saying, my Lord, I will certainly worship you. But you have forgotten this promise and remained in great ignorance. I have descended to save you. Except for me, who is your friend? I have brought the medicine to eradicate the disease of illusion. Now pray for this Hare Krishna Mahamantra and take it. Bhakti Vinod fell at the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga, and after begging for the holy name, he received that Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Jiv Jago, Jiv Jago, Gaura Chanda Bole. Kutanidra Jayamaya Pishachira Kole. Jiva Bali Ahete Samsara Vitare Pulia Ohile Tumi Tomare lohite ami Oyeno avatara Pandora Keyate Tomara Ene Cheo Shadi Maya Nashivaro Adi Harinama Mahamatra Rapore Magi Pakati Vinoda Praro Chorone Pariya Harinam Mantra Lola Magia Sankirtanam ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Shri Purnima Mahotsava ki jai. Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvasesha Sanyavadi Pastachari Shatarine. So today is the glorious event of Gaura Purnima, the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this morning we'll have a class about the reasons why Lord Chaitanya appeared in this world, some of them, whatever little we hear, whatever little we can imbibe. Something, little drop of nectar. Gaura Purnima festival is amongst the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, of course, all over the world. Maybe yesterday, many temples celebrated yesterday, according to their calendar, it was yesterday. And some today. But every day, in one sense, should be like Gaura Purnima. We put Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the center of our lives. And we execute his external purpose, at least, his mission. His external mission of spreading love of God through the congregational chanting of the holy name. Here in Vraja you have good fortune. They've appeared you have double mercy here. Most temples have one set of Gaura Nitai, big ones, but you have two here. You need extra mercy in the Philippines, I guess. One set's not enough. You have to have two, minimum. And do they fight with each other? Do they get more? They don't get one plate of prasadam. They're offering. I hope they get enough for all of them. Otherwise, you can hear some loud noises during the offering on the altar there, fighting with each other over the bhoga offering. Well, that's another aspect of Gaura Purnima, of course. I may have to break the fast. My throat is starting to go strange. I admit, and don't follow this bad example, but I may have to take a lozenge. Is that breaking the fast? Yes. Well, I don't know. But it's sticky, isn't it? Yeah, it broke, and as soon as it gets broken, it sort of melts immediately. It's quite funny. Yeah, how are we going to put that in the gob? I don't know, without having sticky fingers. I don't want to make that one sticky, you see. Oh, there you go. Wonderful. Oh, there we go. Well, whoa, look at that. Ooh. That's great. Thank you. Haribo. Well, exactly when nobody knows directly, exactly, so to speak, but around about 450 years ago, Mother Janavi, maybe a little more than that, maybe less, Mother Janavi, she oversaw this great festival of Narottam Das Thakur in Keturigram, which is a town on the bank of the river Padma in Bangladesh, where Narottam Das appeared and where he remained for much of his life, actually, preaching Krishna consciousness. And Narottam, together with Janava, they organized, and many others too, of course, enormous Gaura Purnima festival. And the Gaura Purnima festival up to then was not celebrated. It was celebrated like individually, locally, here and there maybe, but there was no such arrangement that the devotees would all come together to celebrate this festival. So Narottam had this heart's desire to bring all the Vaishnavas, all those who are still remaining at least, and any new ones, together in one place to unite the Gaudiya family. And there were, in that time also, there were very many, let's say, various diversions, various types or branches grown out with their own particular variations and so on. Tens of thousands of devotees came to Ketari from all over, wherever they were based. For months and months they were planning. And then the Mother Janava, particularly, the whole idea was to bring everyone together, unite, under the banner of Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan, with the same understanding, the same mission, same Siddhanta. That's the idea of Purnima. Prabhupada wanted all the devotees, because that's not obviously going to happen, but he wanted all the devotees to go to Mayapur, particularly the senior devotees. And the specific thing he wanted them to establish there was unity in diversity. He writes this specifically. You should meet there and the leaders should discuss this principle. In fact, he said this is the first duty of the GBC, to find how to get unity in diversity. So this is one of the, you could say, the hopeful results of all these great festivals of this purpose, but particularly Lord Chaitanya's mission is to bring this unity. We can, and sustaining or maintaining the diversity, but with the purpose of spreading the Sankirtan movement. Vande Guru Nisha Bhaktani Shammisha Vatarakan Tat Prakasham Chakti Krishna Chaitanya Samyakam. When I read this, you can all chant along with me if you want, not at the same time, so to speak. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters. I mean, primarily when I chant in Sanskrit or the Bengali, whichever it may be. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord, the Lord's incarnations, His plenary portions, His energies, and the primeval Lord Himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Dododaye Pushpavanto Chitro Shando Tamonudo. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who were like the sun and moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all. I hope the order will be right. I put this together this morning. So there may be some sort of shortcomings, we hope not. Hanapita charim chirat kurunaya hatina kalo Samapaitam mudato jvalavasam svabhakti shriham Hari purata sundaradviti kadamba sandapitaha Sada hidaya kandare spuratuva sachinandana. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart, resplendent with a radiance of molten gold. He has appeared in the age of Kali by His causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ladini Shakti Rasmat Ekatmanavapi bhuvi puradeha vedam yathoto Chaitanyakam pakatam aduna tadvayam chaikyam aptam Radha Bhava Driti Suvilitang Nomi Krishna Swarupam. The loving affairs of Radha and Krishna are transcendental manifestations of the Lord's internal pleasure-giving potency. Although Radha and Krishna are one in their identity, previously they separated themselves. Now these two transcendental identities have again united in the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. I bow down to him who has manifested himself with the sentiment and complexion of Srimati Radharani, although he is Krishna himself. So this, of course, are the internal aspect of the Lord's appearing in this world. We may have time to talk a little about it. Let's see. These are all the beginning verses of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Interesting how here Kaviraj Goswami says originally the Lord is one, but he's divided himself previously into two. In other words, Lord Gauranga is the original personality of Godhead. It's not that he suddenly desired or took on this form to fulfill certain desires at a certain point of time. No, this is eternal form, forever relishing the nectar of Radhabhav, the love or the emotions of Radharani, which she feels for Krishna. This is the eternal form. Radha, as stated here, Lord Chaitanya's complexion is golden because he's always meditating on Radharani's complexion, which is golden. Tapta Kanchana, golden complexion. So Lord Chaitanya's complexion, because he's in her mood. People may sometimes take on complexions depending on the mood they're in. Sometimes, well, when you're very fearful, you go white, isn't it? Sometimes people turn white, not so much in Philippines probably, I don't know. Certainly not in Africa. Westerners, if they've got a pink face, like Sundar Nitai Prabhu, he has a pink face. If he was scared stiff, he might sort of, suddenly it's because the blood withdraws, you know, and your skin goes a whiter color. Or if you get very excited, sometimes it becomes pinker, because more blood is pumped around, you know. The complexion sometimes follows the emotion. You know. I've never seen anyone literally turn green, but maybe. Yellow, yes, but that may be a disease condition. But here, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's the nature of the spiritual world. Everything takes on. It's not just an internal thing. The internal, external are one and the same. So you have an internal feeling of service to Krishna. The external automatically manifests simultaneously with the will or desire. So this golden form of Lord Chaitanya is the original form of the absolute truth. Shri Radhaya Panaya Mahima Kidisho Vanayaiva Svadjo Yenad Bhuta Madhurima Kidisho Vamadiyaha Sopyam Shasya Madanu Bhagata Kidvisham Vedilobat Tadbhavadya Samajani Shachigarba Sindhu Harindu. Beautiful old painting of Lord Chaitanya. Golden complexion. Desiring, these are the reasons the Lord, internal reasons why he appears. Desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love, and the happiness she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love. The Supreme Lord Hari richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Srimati Sachi Devi as the moon appeared from the ocean. I'm sure. I had another picture I could have put there of Lord Chaitanya coming out of the ocean, but I didn't put it. Now this is the unseen reason for the Lord's appearance for us neophytes. Is the external reason that the Lord appears, which is more, you could say, relatable to us, the performance of the Sankirtan Yajna. This reason, or this, there's no cause, it's without cause, but nonetheless, in the loving relationships, in the pastimes of the Lord, there appear to be causes. He himself is the cause of all causes. But nonetheless, for loving reciprocations, and for the sake of everyone else, particularly conditioned souls, the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared in this mood of Vipalamba Bhav, this mood of separation from Krishna. The Rath Yatra festival itself is the, you could say, the perfection of this mood, separation and meeting, the culmination of his emotional, his bhav, his feelings, Rath Yatra. When the Lord was in Dwarka and Rukmini was crying, he asked, "Why are you crying?" He said, "You cannot understand why I'm crying. Please tell me. I'm the Supreme Lord. How is it there's something I can't understand? I must know it." She said, "You cannot understand this. Why? Why? I'm supposed to be the knower of everything. What do you mean I can't understand this?" Oh, he said, "Only if you assume or take on the form of Radharani will you understand why I'm crying." What do you mean? When you leave your devotees, my Lord, you will never be able to experience in your form of Krishna the emotions which they feel. There and then the Lord resolved that he would assume the form of Radharani. The mood of Radharani, not the form, the mood. And he appeared in that form of Gauranga to be able to taste that sweet, incomparable, unending, unrestricted, immeasurable, whatever, you can't use words, unlimited, whatever, ever increasing intensity of Mahabhav, loving exchange, for loving feelings within our heart for Krishna. So there's mentioned here briefly, desiring to understand the glory of Radharani's love, the wonderful qualities in him that she alone relishes through her love, and the happiness which she feels when she realizes the sweetness of his love. The Supreme Lord Hari, richly endowed with her emotions, appeared from the womb of Srimati Sachi Devi as the moon appeared from the ocean. And simultaneous to that, there's no time in the spiritual world. It's like, we always like chronology, you know. We like to measure things and try to work things out chronologically. This is one of the diseases of the material world. It can be useful, of course. We can't measure spirit with material measurements, be it time, be it distance, whatever is immeasurable. Only material, only Maya can be measured up to a point. Simultaneously, Yuga Dharma Pravataimu Nama Sankirtan Chari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhuvan. Almost all these quotes, not all, but most of them Chaitanya Charitamrita. The same Lord Krishna said, I shall personally inaugurate the religion of the age, Nama Sankirtan, the congregational chanting of the holy name. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy, realizing the four mellows of loving devotional service. A very interesting statement. I shall make the world dance in ecstasy. This is the process to realize our eternal constitutional position. It's not an imposition. It's a natural dawning of love within the heart by the absorption in ecstatic sankirtan. This is how the process works. I don't have time to talk in depth at this moment. It will come up in a minute. Apani karimu bhakta bhava angikare, apani achari bhakti shikai musabare. Amazing painting, isn't it? I shall accept the role of a devotee, and I shall teach devotional service by practicing it myself. So there's another reason the Lord appears, to teach devotional service, to spread the holy name, to taste the bhav, the Radha bhav, the Mahabhav of Srimati Radhika. Welcome everybody. I didn't put all the Bengali Sanskrit verses in. My plenary portions can establish the principle of religion for each age. But no one but me, however, can bestow the kind of loving service performed by the residents of Vraja. Only Krishna can do that. Therefore, in the company of my devotees, I shall appear on earth and perform various colorful pastimes. We hear some of those pastimes this afternoon. Thus, the lion-like Lord Chaitanya has appeared in Navadvip. He has the shoulders of a lion, the powers of a lion, and the loud voice of a lion. May that lion be seated in the core of the heart of every living being. Thus, with his resounding roar, may he drive away one's elephantine vices. That means one's enormous anarthas, all the anarthas. With his roar. You know, when a lion roars, everybody shakes. The whole jungle shakes. The king, he's the king of the jungle. Lord Chaitanya was a king. He's appearing like a king in Bengal. A king of bhakti. So with that loud chanting of the holy name, all of our vices, all of our anarthas can be destroyed. This is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. It should be a little bit, I should have split this up, it's a bit too small. Karna karane abe haila avataramana, yugadama kala haila se kale milana. When the Lord desired to appear for another reason, the time for promulgating the religion of the age also arose. And there's two very important verses here. Dui hetu avatare lana bhaktagan apane ashvari prema nama sankirtan. With two intentions the Lord appeared with his devotees and tasted the nectar of prema with the congregational chanting of the holy name. So there are two primary reasons, for primary and secondary, you could say, of the Lord's appearance are now brought together in one verse. Se dvarya chandale kirtana sanchare nama prema malaganti paraila samsare. Thus he spread kirtan, even among the untouchables. He wove a wreath of the holy name and prema, with which he garlanded the entire material world. That's the Sankirtan movement. That's his purpose. To garland the entire material world with prema. Performing Sankirtan, but like in a beautiful garland, there's a variety of flowers properly, compatibly balanced. So prema evolves from the execution of Sankirtan. It's not something you can practice separately. It naturally awakens. This is the inner path, the esoteric path which Gaudiya Vaishnavas follow, devotional service. Natural realization, natural development of relationship in the heart. I think we just read that. I could have cut those other two out. That's what it's meant to look like. We just read that. Never mind. As I say, I was rushed this morning. So there's another reason the Lord appeared, and this is, everything's related, but the Lord acts, although He's the controller of everything, He's controlled by His devotees. He's a servant of His greatest desire, His greatest pleasure is to serve His devotees. So as we heard last night, the preliminaries, many preliminaries of the Lord's appearance were read. And amongst those was that the Lord sent many of His eternal associates, His superiors in fact. Those who take us seriously. The Christian likes to be inferior in the face of his devotees. He likes to be under their guidance, under their protection, whatever. He loves them. So He sent many of those seniors, persons who take those roles or have that particular relationship with Him. He sent many of them to the earth in advance to His appearance. And so this way, He set the scene for His coming. And one of them was Advaitacharya. And Advaitacharya, like many of the others, were feeling very distraught in the absence of the Lord's personal presence and the fact that the world around them was materialistic. Not like today exactly, but nonetheless religious, but religion to become more or less a means to satisfy your material wants. You know, nice family, a nice position in society, and nice food and what have you. Nowadays, society is, I don't know how you can describe it. You can't compare it to the society 500 years ago. It's rapidly declined and become so grossly materialistic. So many vices have become accepted as virtues, practically. So Advaitacharya was in great anxiety and great concern for the welfare of all the conditioned souls, seeing that they're not interested in chanting the holy names. We should, if we could, we would have done this drama this morning. In the old days, I used to regularly do this drama 5 o'clock in the morning, straight after Mangalarti, with no notice whatsoever. Suddenly, just as the arti is finished and the announcements have just been made, the announcer will say, "We would like to welcome a very special guest here today to Vrajika village," and all of a sudden Advaitacharya comes through the door. And he's crying, "Oh my Lord, what hope do they have? What hope do they have? All the fallen conditioned souls. They have no interest in chanting your holy name. Their only interest is in material progress. How will they be delivered, my Lord? How will they be delivered? Only if you, my Lord, appear in this world is there any hope for the conditioned souls. Please, my Lord, please come, bestow your mercy upon them." He's praying like this. And then he really said, "I know. I will worship my Shila." Here in Shringa Shila. "I will worship my Shila And this is the verse. Tulasi dalamatrena javasa chulukena vad vikrinite svamatmanam bhaktevyo bhaktavatsala. Sri Krishna, who is very affectionate towards his devotees, that's the word bhaktavatsala, sells himself to a devotee who offers him merely a tulsi leaf and a palm full of water. So this reason, and of course the Lord reciprocated with Advaitacharya. That time the devotees were actually in great distress. The Lord Krishna says, Yada yada hi dharmasya paritranaya sadhanam, so on. He appears in this world to establish religion. So he's come in this age to establish the Yuga Dharma. No doubt, Kalikala Dharma, Harinama Sankirtana. The Lord has appeared in that way to establish the Yuga Dharma, the chanting of the holy names. But he predominantly, his main reason is for his devotees. When he sees, especially here at that time of Advaitacharya's prayers, the devotees were being put into difficulty. Many of the Hindus, the Muslims, they were harassing the devotees, threatening them practically, stopping them from publicly glorifying their Lord, and practically trying to chase them away. So Advaitacharya was really disturbed more by that in one sense than the fact that others are not taking it up. And that's what really attracts the Lord's attention when he sees his devotees in this condition. So he comes to Paritranaya Sadhanam. The devotee doesn't ask the Lord necessarily, although Advaita's asking on behalf of everyone. The devotee takes whatever Krishna's mercy comes their way. But the Lord can't sit still and allow this to carry on. So he appeared, as this verse says. Nariyo dayage Purnachandra Gaurahari Kripakari Haila Udai Papatamai Lanasha Tri Jagatao Lasa Jagabari Hari Dwani Hari. Thus, by his causeless mercy, the full moon Gaura Hari rose in the district of Nadia, which is compared to a Dayagiri, where the sun first becomes visible. His rising in the sky dissipated the darkness of sinful life, and thus the three worlds became joyful and chanted the holy name of the Lord. From last night we heard details. We're not going to go over them again regarding Rahu and the full moon and bathing in the Ganga and so on and so forth. We're not going to go there today. Time also will not permit too much detail there. And then why we're moving forward now. We're going to combine two subjects of this morning. One, Lord Chaitanya's appearance, the reasons for his appearance, and the ceremony which will be taking place in the very soon, of initiation. This afternoon we'll hear about the pastimes of the Lord, Krishna willing, that is, Lord Chaitanya willing. But there's a significant turning point in the Lord's pastimes, his childhood pastimes. He hadn't manifested the real reasons for his appearance. The reasons for his appearance in the first part of his life, or let's say what he was doing in the first part of his life, were very unknown to everyone, practically. He was enjoying his coward boy pastimes in the form of course, Chaitanya Lila, with his eternal associates in the form of scholastic pastimes. But it was in Gaur Lila, it's the equivalent of the coward boy pastimes. But at a certain point, there was a change. There was a change as Krishna goes through stages and ages. and different pastimes become manifested at certain stages of his appearance. Similarly, during Gaur Lila, there are two major stages. One stage was when he took initiation, and one stage when he took sannyas. He's going from one to the next. They heralded in the next stage of his pastimes. So here we see thus by his causeless mercy, the full moon Gaur-Hari rose in the district of Nadia, which is compared to Udayagiri, where the sun first becomes visible. His rising in the sky dissipated the darkness of sinful life, and thus the three worlds became joyful and chanted the holy name of the Lord. That only became manifest when he received initiation from Ishvara Puri. And there's a few more paintings which will come up this afternoon of his taking initiation from Ishvara Puri. This is one of them. This is Ishvara Puri whispering. He's not whispering the Hare Krishna mantra actually. He's whispering the particular mantra, I think it's a 10-syllable mantra, into the Lord's ear. Generally speaking, the Gayatri mantra is a secret mantra, personal mantra, or maybe Sampradaya mantra or general, but it's a secret mantra. Only those who receive it from the bona fide line of disciplic succession are eligible to chant it. It's not a public mantra. Hare Krishna mantra is not a Vedic mantra in the same way. It's not under the same principle as the Vedic mantras. Everyone can chant the Maha mantra. And that's what Lord Chaitanya came for. But still, there's another aspect of this pastime. And we'll see, there's one, the internal one, and then there's the external one. Let's look at the external one. So how this took place. Okay, well, aside from the actual event itself, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling later after taking sannyas, he came to Varanasi. And Varanasi or Kashi is the seat of the Mayavads, the Sankarites, the followers of Shankaracharya. It's one of their primary seats where they base. And practically speaking, predominantly the mood there is one of Advaita, the mood of Advaita, everything is one. So Lord Chaitanya came there, and the few devotees who were there, some of them he already had sent there actually, they were very uncomfortable in this situation. So they begged him to please try to do something. So on his return he went on his way to Vrindavan. On his return he stopped off there in Varanasi, and one of these devotees had invited all of the sannyasis, at least the predominant sannyasis in Varanasi, to his house. He wanted to serve them prasadam and so on. So all these Mayavadi sannyasis had turned up, hundreds of them. And he also invited Mahaprabhu. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had taken sannyas from Keshwar Bharati, who happened to be in the line of Shankaracharya. So they accepted him in their midst. They noticed that this Chaitanya, although he was initiated in their line, was behaving like a madman, dancing, singing with fools in the streets. They thought this was a sign of a complete idiot. Why is he doing this? He said, he got a reasonable initiation into our line. He's one of our group, but he's behaving like a sentimental fool. So when Lord Chaitanya came in, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat down where everyone washed their feet, and they could all see that he was completely effulgent. It was like this, like the Brahman effulgence was emanating from him. So they were impressed. They were, wow, look at this. So then Prakashananda, who was the leader of the group, invited him, please come and sit with us. Why are you sitting here? He said, I'm from a lowly line. I'm not fit to be with you. You are more elevated than me. I'm very fallen. It's humility. The humility of Lord Chaitanya's come to teach us true humility. What is real humility? Not some show, but real humility. They were impressed again. Prakashananda insisted, please come and join us. He took him by the hand and brought him into their midst. And then he inquired from him, he asked, why are you behaving like this? We can see you're as good as the impersonal Brahman. But why are you behaving like a sentimental fool, dancing with other similar fools? Why? So then Lord Chaitanya replied, my dear sir, kindly hear the reason. My spiritual master considered me a fool, and therefore he chastised me. He said, you are a fool. You are not qualified to study Vedanta philosophy, and therefore you must always chant the holy name of Krishna. This is the essence of all mantras or Vedic hymns. After having initiated him into whatever, that 10-syllable mantra, whatever it was, now he's telling him, you're a fool, actually. Usually one gets Brahmin initiation. The only reason that really it's been instituted in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, usually it's just something you get from birth, or you happen to be born in a Brahmin family. It's been instituted in this Gaudiya line by Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. Wasn't there before. For the sake of preaching. Two reasons, the sake of preaching and the sake of performing deity worship. It is not an automatic thing, and it doesn't need to be either. It is completely unnecessary unless it's valuable for one's service. The holy name is far more important than the second initiation in terms of this age that we're in. Many times Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj said those who've taken first initiation are superior to those who've taken second. Of course, don't take that as an absolute statement, but it means that, it doesn't mean because you've taken second initiation you're superior. Not at all. The first initiation itself is the highest, because one has been embraced, or has taken shelter of the Lord in the form of Namarupa, Krishna avatar, the form of Krishna in the form of a name, the only infallible means of deliverance in this age, nothing else. The acceptance of Gayatri Mantra or second initiation is only to facilitate one's progress in Nam Sankirtan. And if it doesn't, it's an impediment on the path of pure devotion. The purpose of this movement is to disseminate the Harinam, the Sankirtan, which Lord Chaitanya came and relished, because this is the only means to awaken prema, love of God, in the mood of Madhurya. Talking about Madhurya, is Madhurya Leela here? Did she arrive? Where is she? Is she in the room? Madhurya Leela? She should be here. Pardon? Huh?
Yes,
where is she?
She said she's going to the room.
Huh?
Change the clothes.
She what?
She changed the clothes for lunch.
She's changing her clothes, okay. Good. I won't comment. And most of us are the same. I mean, she's traveled all night, actually, from a long, long way. It must have been an all-night journey, huh? She's come all the way from Isabella, I think. Is that right? I think so. A long way. Bus ride and... Huh? Very far. I've been there 2 or 3 times. Last time I said, I can't do this anymore. Can't do it. It's just... I was like a wreck when I got, body shaking, Maybe they've improved the roads, I don't know. This is, anyway, we can go on and on with this point, but the most important thing is we should take seriously the gift, the presence of the Lord who's appeared as Namarut. He said, you are a fool, you're not qualified to study Vedanta philosophy. And therefore you must always chant the holy name of Krishna. This is the essence of all mantras, all Vedic hymns. Mantrasara, the essence of all mantras. Krishna mantra te habi samsara mochan. Krishna nama te pavi Krishna racharan. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, one can obtain freedom from material existence. Indeed, simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one will be able to see the lotus feet of the Lord. This is spoken by Ishwar Puri to Lord Chaitanya, all these verses. Lord Chaitanya happens to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the original form of Godhead. He doesn't need to take initiation as such. In fact, all these mantras, everything, the parampara, everything is coming from him in the first place. He's teaching us a lesson, a big lesson here. Teaching us how to perform devotional service in this age particularly. And it's the most merciful. No, Rupa Goswami, what did he say? Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Krishe Namaha. What did he say? What did Rupa Goswami say to Lord Chaitanya? I offer my respectful obeisances. Blum, 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 blum. Blum, 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 blum. Bharat Prabhu is now busily looking it up. Once upon a time we knew all these things. Now we know so much sophisticated things, but we don't know the basics sometimes. What does it mean? You are the most magnanimous form of Godhead. Never before has any form of the Lord been as magnanimous as you. You are freely distributing that which was never distributed before. Pure love of God. Topmost form of love of God. You're simply giving it. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just gave it. He never asked if you wanted it or not. He just distributed it everywhere. He's just dancing, chanting, tears gushing from his eyes, spraying everyone, flying around everywhere, dancing with thousands of devotees, chanting, and just engulfing everything that exists in the Sankirtan. Whether they wanted it or not, whether they deserved it or not, fit or unfit, everyone was given this chance. This is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Simply by chanting, well, one would just, it's so simple. There's probably the most famous, what would we say, it's not written, I don't know if it's ever written. I've never seen or heard of any such thing. But it's compiled by Lord Chaitanya. What's probably the most famous compilation of Lord Chaitanya? Pardon? Pardon? Sikshastakam, probably. And the third verse, the most key verse of the Sikshastakam? Trinadapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadhari. I'm sure you all know that one. What does that mean? As humble as? No, more humble than. More humble than the straw on the street. More tolerant than. We're not here just to tolerate. Lord Chaitanya didn't just show humility. He didn't just show tolerance. What's the next line? Amanina Manadina? Do you know from?
Offer our respect to others.
And
Not seek respect.
don't ask or don't desire any respect for oneself. Respect all to others. So why more tolerant? Well, a tree tolerates, but a devotee doesn't just tolerate. A devotee is showering, in the case of those who have it, that is, they're showering, they're full of compassion. They're sharing love upon even those who are putting you into difficulty. There's no question of, just tolerating and then getting your own back, or just showing how advanced you are because you've tolerated. One simply feels love for the other soul, just like Haridas Thakur. There's no question that he takes shelter of Krishna. A tree doesn't take shelter of Krishna. You may tolerate, but the devotee completely takes shelter of Krishna, thanking Krishna. Thank you, Krishna, for putting me in this situation so I can take more shelter of you. I have no other shelter. Please have mercy on all these souls. And then, in that mood, this is the only mood that Kirtaniya Sadahari, this is the objective of our lives, Kirtaniya Sadahari. This, of course, is another subject which could go on all day. But this is the objective of Lord Chaitanya's movement, to drown everyone in Kirtaniya Sadahari. But as long as that's not there, that Trinadapi Sinichena, we can't really enter into this Kirtaniya Sadahari. And I'll never forget the time on Purnima in Vrindavan many years ago, and we've just been giving a talk, and Indra Prabhu was there, and he came up in one of his excited moods. He was always very excited. And he grabbed me from behind very strongly. I thought he was going to give me his usual chastisement. Yeah, that's not right, and whatever it is. And he said a lot of things, but one of the things he said was, because we've been talking on this verse, another piece in the Chinese. This is his understanding. We are totally unqualified. We have no qualification whatsoever. The only qualification is that mercy which Lord Chaitanya has given in the form of chanting the holy name. We're not qualified for anything else whatsoever. We do what we can do, this, that, and the other. But we cannot attain devotional service, pure devotional service, by any other means. And we hear this, Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj said, all the other forms of devotional service are actually meant to assist to develop the attraction for chanting. And if they don't, they're an impediment on the path of devotion. So chanting the holy name, Harinam Sankirtan, Harinam initiation, whatever serves that purpose, facilitating it, temples, books, everything, is ultimately to help us to enter into Kirtaniya Sadahari. It's not just an external activity, it's an internal one. This mission is not just an external one, which is of course part of it, but it's to allow, as Lord Chaitanya, by the performance of congregational chanting, tasted this Krishna prema. It's meant to go beyond the surface, to the core of our existence, to our hearts. Taking seriously the chanting of the holy name, which we'll hear about now. Nam vinu kali kali nahi aradharm sarva mantra saranam eshastramam. In this age of Kali, there is no religious principle other than the chanting of the holy name, which is the essence of all Vedic hymns. This is the purport of all scriptures. Welcome the devotees from Makati who just arrived. Hare Krishna Prabhu, nice to see you. Jai. Fortunate for you to come today. Your good wife. After describing the potency of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, my spiritual master taught me another verse, advising me to always keep it within my throat. Can I put another one of those in my throat? It just reminded me of the throat. I get rough. Not enough sleep. When I don't get enough sleep, my throat's the first one that goes down. So this is all from the 7th chapter of the Adi Leela. These are all essential chapter of the Bible, Chaitanya Charita. We did chapter 7. So this is the verse, I think we all know it. Harinama, Harinama, Harinama eva kevalam, kala nastyeva, 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 gatiranyata. For spiritual progress in this age of Kali, there is no alternative, there is no alternative, there is no alternative, usually said other than the holy name, to the holy name. The holy name, the holy name, the holy name of the Lord. This is Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Nachagal Bhakta Sanghi Kara Sankirtan Krishna Nama Upadeshi Tara Sarvajan. My dear child, this is Svarapuri talking to Lord Chaitanya. My dear child, continue dancing, chanting and performing Sankirtan in association with devotees. Furthermore, go out and preach the value of chanting Krishna Nam, for by this process you will be able to deliver all fallen souls. Just be the instrument. Evam vata swapriya nama kirtya jatunarago dutachita uchayi hasatchato roditi roti gayati unmadavan nityati lokabayaha. When a person is actually advanced and takes pleasure in chanting the holy name of the Lord, who is very dear to him, he is agitated and loudly chants the holy name. He also laughs, cries, becomes agitated, and chants just like a madman, not caring for outsiders. I firmly believe in these words of my spiritual master, and therefore I always chant the holy name of the Lord, alone and in the association of devotees. That holy name of Lord Krishna sometimes causes me to chant and dance, and therefore I chant and dance. Please do not think that I intentionally do it. I do it automatically. He's talking to these Mayavadis. So that's the response he gave. They were very impressed. They went on to talk about various aspects of Vedanta and became convinced. So we'll hear about that this afternoon, if we have the chance. So this is the mission of Lord Chaitanya. Most people will look at this movement as some kind of little kind of cult that come out of India or something, a Hindu offshoot or something. That's not at all what this Sankirtan movement is, quite the opposite. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Sajanatoshini in 1885, he wrote, or spoke and wrote, Lord Chaitanya did not invent himself to liberate only a few men in India. Rather, his main objective was to emancipate all living entities of all countries throughout the entire universe and preach the eternal religion. There is no doubt that this unquestionable order will come to pass. Very soon, the unparalleled path of Harinama Sankirtanam will be propagated all over the world. Oh, for that day when the fortunate English, French, Russian, German, Filipino, and American people. You can't see that? It's not on the board? Will take up banners, madungas and kartals and raise kirtan through their streets and towns. When will that day come? That day will witness the holy transcendental ecstasy of the Vaishnava Dharma to be the only Dharma, and all sects. Now notice that actually this is the only thing that's not a sect by modern terminology. Everything else, call it what you will, is a cult or a sect, because it's not absolute. It's relative, it's related to time, place and circumstance, and only a certain small portion of people in a certain portion of time in a certain place, with a certain sect of various dogmas which change. It's not absolute. This is the only absolute Dharma. Everything else, and he's visualizing that all of these sects and religions will flow like rivers into the ocean of Vaishnava Dharma. When will that day come? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhu kahi kailan, e Mahamantra, Ihe japa giya sabe karya nibanda. He haive sarvasiddhi haive sabar, sarvakshana bhaite virinahiyar. Lord Chaitanya said, this is probably the only verse not from Chaitanya Charitamrita, this is in Chaitanya Bhagavat. I am giving you this Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Go out and chant with sincere enthusiasm. By chanting this mantra, you receive all the perfections of life. So continue to chant incessantly, for there are no rules or regulations for chanting the Mahamantra. No rules and regulations. There's another angle of looking at that, which we'll discuss next. But this means that there are no varnashram distinguishing. Like Vedic mantras can only be chanted by Brahmins, those who are Brahmanical initiated. No such rule applies to the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. There's no such rules, no regulations according to Vedic standards. Whether you're clean or unclean, it doesn't matter. Whether you're a man or woman, it doesn't matter. Whether you're a criminal or whether you're a saint, it doesn't matter. Whatever your so-called designation is, it doesn't matter. Whatever time of the day is, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters, just chant. Anyone can chant, anywhere, anytime, wherever you can. There are no barriers as such. Some people may place barriers because they're atheists or demons. But actually there are no barriers in one sense. It really carries on chanting even if there are some apparent interference there. No such things exist. Everyone can chant. But the next thing we're discussing seems to be a contradiction, but it's not at all a contradiction. It's an embellishment to this principle. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya said, I order every man within the universe, and woman, man was used as the generalization, within this universe to accept this Krishna conscious movement and distribute it everywhere. Distribute this Krishna conscious movement all over the world. Let people eat these fruits and ultimately become free from old age and death. It is the duty of every living being to perform welfare activities for the benefit of others with his life, wealth, intelligence and words. Duty of everyone. It's not just those from, we usually hear Bharata Bhumite Hoya Manushya Janma Jara Janma Sataka Kara 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 Parabhakara. To those who've taken birth in India should make their life perfect by, preaching this message of Krishna consciousness. But here Lord Chaitanya says everyone, every man within the universe. Agatine Gaura Chandre Vistirni Prema Sagare Supakashita Ratnogeyo Dino Dina Eva Saha. The advent of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is just like an expanding ocean of nectar. One who does not collect the valuable jewels within this ocean is certainly the poorest of the poor. That's Prabodhananda Saraswati, Chaitanya Chandramrita. Amazing statement. Collect the valuable jewels within this ocean. So I'm not going to finish them. We're finishing the Gaura Katha at that moment, which is linked to what if you've been with us in any way whatsoever, you may have picked up the link between this and initiation. There was a bit of a link, and there was certainly a link with both Brahman initiation as well as, or Diksha, Mantra Diksha, which is Brahman initiation, and Nam Diksha, which we call Nam Diksha. Nam Diksha is simply chanting the holy name. Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj officiated this process, particularly for the Kali Yuga, where most people are lazy, simply lazy, not very serious, very easily distracted, very easily disturbed, very easily quarrelsome because of our false egos. So he installed this, or instigated this initiation to try to help the devotees, those aspirants, to chant the holy name regularly. Where is our priest? What's that, up in the sky? Where's he gone up there? It's on the roof? Huh? I don't know if all the candidates are even here. They're all kind of merged in the General Assembly. They should be sitting now around the yajna. The yajna's not beginning, but we should be able to see them so that we can focus in on them a little bit. Up to now we've been kind of a bit loose. Yeah, any of the candidates are here? Is any one of them here? Anyone? Are you one of the candidates? Yeah, you're that gentleman on the seat. Are you that gentleman on the chair? Are you one of the candidates? They didn't tell you to put a chadar on? Where's your saffron cloth? Where's the saffron cloth? I've got the dunda ready. Here comes the priest. Now, Mathuranath Prabhu, we're not starting yet. I just want to get all the candidates sat where they're meant to be in front of their plates, okay? Now, if we're fasting, the candidates for initiation, listen carefully. We are fasting. Do not eat the banana.
And the grains also.
Yeah, the grains especially. Are you two little ladies, are they candidates? Are you two candidates? I can see 1, 2. So please sit them down. I'll continue talking. And that includes the second initiates also, if there are any. Second initiates. Just kind of reveal yourselves. Don't be shy. Oh, look at all these handsome, colourful young men. But one thing is that you cannot sit with your back to the deity. You may have to have your back to Prabhupada, but not to the deities. You can sit at an angle here and there and over there and round like that, but not directly with your back to the deities, please. No, we're not ready for neck beads. I'm now going to give Huh? I'm still giving the lecture.
Yeah, I'll put the neck beads on the plate.
On the plates, yeah. They are in the bag somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Not on the necks though, not yet on the necks. You have to check and see if they're all present yet. Where's Madhurya Leela? Is she arrived? Madhurya Leela. There you are at last. You made it. You're going to have to give your baby to somebody else. They'll give him back, don't worry. I'm sure they'll give him back to you. Who's going to look after him? Where's Gaura? Is he here? He didn't come. Pardon?
He didn't come.
He what?
He's not working.
He's working. So you've got to find someone to look after the kids.
I will ask other people.
Just to let you know, Maharaj, there's two.
Hare Krishna. Radha Ballabha Prabhu. I presume that that Billy and Raman Reti Mataji are online with him. Is that right? I hope so. Are they there?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. So we'll carry on. You do the needful. We'll do the best we can. That's all we can say. Haribo! Okay, everybody! No, don't put the neck beads on. Do not put the neck beads on anybody. Leave them on the plate. That's it. Finished. That will come later. We're not ready for that yet. Can we have a little silence, please? Can we have a silence, please? Shanti! Oi! What's he doing? Chaitanya, be quiet. Chaitanya! Be quiet. No, not Lord Chaitanya. Mother Sati is the only one who can say that to Lord Chaitanya. No one else. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not worry about garlands or neck beads. I'm giving a lecture. Okay? We're flow lecture. We have a different lineup today because of circumstances. Don't worry about the garlands yet. It's okay if you've already got one. We're not going to take it off. Don't worry. Keep the neck beads on the plate for now if you can. For now, if you can face me, if the candidates can face me, there's two. Can't see you there. Turn around this way, please. Face this way. So just be in the ear. We're just trying to get you in the together. Face me. There you go. There you are. So how many have we got sitting here now? There should be 12. Who's missing? Anyone missing? 12 are there? 6 ladies, 6 men. And you actually have to put some of the ladies around here, no doubt about that eventually. You can do it later if you want, or do it now, but they should be here. Closer. And 2 devotees are online in Cebu. Back to Billy and Raman Reti Mataji. Some of you do. Most of you don't know Raman Reti Mataji. Hare Krishna. So now, continuing off where we were hearing from Ishwar Puri and his instructions to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Although he'd given him, you could say, Lord Chaitanya was born in a Brahmin family. Very elevated Brahmin family. Nilambar Chakravarti on his mother's side, a very highly respected Brahmin family. And also on Jagannath Mishra's side. But still, when he took Diksha in the line, showing its importance of taking initiation in a bona fide line of disciplic succession. from Ishwara Puri. Ishwara Puri said, "You may be what you are, a Brahmin, a learned scholar, a Pandit, and so on, but what's the use of this? In this Kali Yuga, none of these qualifications are of any value unless they are solely for the pleasure of the Lord. And the only thing of any real value is we just sang Bhaktivinoda Thakur's song. There's nothing to be had in all the 14 worlds but the holy name. This is the most important jewel, the holy name, the Maha Mantra. And Lord Chaitanya has ordered everyone to chant the holy name. Srila Prabhupada, when he arrived in Boston, said, "I have no knowledge, I have no devotion. I simply have strong faith in the holy name of Krishna." So you're already chanting Hare Krishna. How can this be a diksha, a mantra diksha? One's already chanting. You receive the mantra diksha, you never chanted it before. That's how it works in Vedic society. You're already chanting Nam. In fact, you can't take this diksha unless you're already chanting Nam. Do you give diksha initiation to someone who's not chanting here? Bharat Prabhu? Someone walks in the door now and says, "I'd like to get initiated." You know, they can change their clothes. You can have some dhoti there. They come in with their jeans and t-shirts on. You can change their clothes. You can put neck beads around them, shave their hair off if you want. They never chanted Hare Krishna in their lives. Is that okay? We can initiate the whole of Philippines. That's not the process, is it? They can all chant. They can all chant. That's for sure. We try to get them to chant. But there's a quality in chanting as well. Initiation is a sign that devotees are serious in their chanting. They're taking it as a serious responsibility, not just to chant, but to distribute this chanting to others. Don't be a miser. We want to share it with others. And not only that, but we want to not just chant for our own joy. That's okay. We'll chant for whatever the reason is. We want to chant. What type of chanting do we want to develop? What type? Mechanical chanting? Mechanical, yeah? Mechanical? Mechanical chanting? Like a machine? You can have a nice machine there. Tape recorder. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Come on, machines, let's hear you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Whatever it is. Sounds more like Krishna. No, that may be there. But what type of chanting do we want? What type of chanting? Sincere, whatever that means. Sincere meaning without any other motivation, without break, without stopping. But what's offenseless? But is that the goal, just to chant offenselessly? It's certainly important, isn't it? Because you can't attain the goal without sincerity or without chanting offenselessly. You won't get the goal. And if you do come to Mangalati, I don't know if you say it here, in many temples there's a verse, it goes, Bahu Jamma Kariyari Shavana Kirtana Tabutana Paya Krishna Pari Prema Dana. What does that mean? What does that mean? You can chant Hare Krishna and you'll get lots and lots of nice prasadam. Is that what it means? And you won't have to do any service. Is it? Is that what it means? What does it mean? You can do anything you like. There are no hard and fast rules. You can chant anywhere you like. You can say anything you like to anyone. You can punch people in the nose and chant Hare Krishna. You can drink, smoke, and be merry and chant Hare Krishna. Is that what it means? What does it mean? There are no hard and fast rules, so what's the problem? What does it mean? Come on, somebody must know.
Prema Bhakti.
Pardon?
Prema Bhakti. Love and devotion.
Well, that's not exactly what the verse says. What does Bahu Jamma Kariyari Shravana Kirtana mean?
Even if one chants for millions of lifetimes.
Yes. You can chant the holy name of Krishna for millions of lifetimes. Sounds okay. Chant for millions of lifetimes, but you won't get love of God. What, there's a bit more to it, isn't there? What's the other line? You missed the line out. What's the other line? That's not very encouraging. You can chant for millions of lifetimes and you will not get love of Godhead. That doesn't sound right, does it? What does it say? What's the verse? Don't you say it in the morning? You don't chant the 10 offenses?
We chant 10 offenses.
Well, you don't chant that. Everywhere else they do. That's the key of the whole thing. It's like you know what's on the other side of the door, but you don't know what the key is. You don't have the key. You can't get through. There's a key.
Is it fake? Fake?
Pardon?
Fake is the chanting of the holy name.
Fake?
Fake. As in fake. The 10
Offense?
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Fake.
As long as we're committing offenses against the holy name, one will never attain love of Godhead. Never. So we're chanting it. The goal isn't just to be offenseless. The goal is love of God. Krishna Prem. What is Krishna Prem? Is it just my own experience? Is that Krishna Prem? Oh, I feel great. Oh, I'm tasting love of God. Ooh, give me more. It's another world, isn't it? What is love of God? When one's only desire is to see Krishna happier and happier and happier. Not caring for one's own situation. To chant in that mood, of course, there's much more to it, but even that is like quite something. So to reach that mood, Prabhupada said actually quality chanting is not a question of pronunciation, it's not a question of numbers, it's not a question of how your tongues move or how you breathe or how you sit or where you do it or when you do it. It's a question of the heart, the attitude in the heart. It means chanting with a loving. So we're trying to develop or cultivate genuine love. We have to realize that the name is Krishna himself. At least we have to be conscious of that. The Maha Mantra is Krishna. It's not a name which we chant or a mantra which we chant to reach a goal. It could be seen like that, but that's not the essence of it. The Maha Mantra is the goal. It is the goal. You don't stop chanting and then you come to another plane. It is the sadhya. It's sadhana, it's a practice, but it's also a sadhya. It means the goal of life. But it's not just by external chanting or mechanical chanting. That is part of it. Prabhupada said, if we want to come to that platform, you have to chant by the proper process, which means without offense. And that really begins, it doesn't begin, but it's necessary that one take initiation. Of the proper process means you have to be properly initiated. Now, that is an interesting topic. It really means that we have to be connected to a bona fide line of disciplic succession, and we have to be taking guidance from an advanced Vaishnava. It may be what we call diksha, or it may be siksha. But that connection has to be there. And one is taking guidance how to progress in spiritual life. Now in Srila Prabhupada's movement, that siksha is not just necessarily the person who gives the diksha. No doubt they're giving some instruction. But Prabhupada has given, and this is not just Prabhupada, this is a general fact of life, that mostly the siksha comes from those one's with. It may come from one's family, it may come from seniors around you, it may come from a Brahmin, it depends on the subject matter. But it's so important to understand it's not the person, it's the message, it's the direction, it's the guidance which is coming to help us to chant without offense, to chant the holy name purely. The rules and regulations are there to facilitate it. They are not in of themselves spiritual acts. They are to facilitate our chanting, to facilitate our relationship with Krishna. Otherwise, it's very difficult not to be disturbed. We all know that when we go on these mobile, I haven't got one with me, unfortunately. And where's my mobile? My God, how could I have come here without my mobile? I don't know how I made it all the way down the hill without my mobile. Whew. Is there anyone in this room who doesn't have their mobile on them? What about the initiates? Have you got your mobiles in your pocket? The candidates. Have you all got your mobiles hidden under your chudders? In the bead bag? That's good. Very good. Are there any beads in there? There are some beads in there as well, not just a mobile. Some I've seen devotees chanting their japa on a mobile. They have this app on the mobile, which the beads, you touch it and the next bead comes up. Tup, tup, tup. And you don't have to worry about counting your rounds, it does it automatically. The mobile keeps a record of how many beads you've chanted on. You see. Pretty good, huh?
Can we say automatic maybe?
Pardon?
Automatic.
Automatic, yeah. Yeah, you can have a machine. The mobile will go back to Godhead, but you'll still be here. Chanting for millions of lifetimes. Please send me a text message when you get back home, back to Godhead. Yes, it's very often the case. It takes so much of our energy sometimes. And oftentimes, depending on what it is, you'll find that it diverts your attention away from Krishna in many cases. Probably in most cases, I don't know. Internet, gossip. Everybody's... I don't know if everyone's heard this. In 1975 or 6, in Los Angeles, Srila Prabhupada came to the temple and a new machine had just been invented. It was called the telex machine. I don't know if you've even heard of this thing. It's the monster. There were computers. They were about half the size of this room in those days. They were monsters. And the telex machine was quite a monster too. It was like, a big crunchy thing. And they just came out, and it meant you could you type something into it, and it immediately comes out the other end, but you have to have a telex. So the BBT trustee said to Prabhupada, I think it'd be a good idea, Prabhupada, if we install these in all our temples, then we can immediately communicate with each other, And Prabhupada looked at it and asked what it was about, and he said, no, don't do it. He said it will simply increase the gossip. Can you imagine with a mobile phone how much gossip there is? It's immeasurable, isn't it? Immeasurable. Absolutely immeasurable. How much time you all waste in text messaging, Facebooking, isn't it? Such a waste of human form of life, isn't it? I mean, some communication must be there, of course it must. But only that which is necessary. If we want to advance in Krishna consciousness, we've got to think seriously about these things. Otherwise, we're just keeping our anchors in the ground. And we won't get very far. And then one wonders, why I have no taste for chanting the holy name? The question comes up all the time, isn't it? Maharaj, how can I get a taste for chanting Hare Krishna? You think about it, We're indulging ourselves, and naturally, we're mixing some stuff in there, and it's not going to be very easy. Anyway, that's the sideline, but it's a very important one. The primary one is to try to hear the sound of the holy name and to avoid committing offenses. That is committing offenses. It's remaining attached to material things. And Prabhupada in his original translation said, it's not like, how's it go? 10th offense against the holy name, what is it? The 10th offense, the 10th, number 10. Number 10, we're going backwards here. And to maintain material attachments even after? Yeah, even after hearing so many instructions. We hear so many instructions on it, but we still maintain that attachment, don't we? Isn't it amazing? That's another subject, isn't it? Then you say, well, what am I going to do to no longer maintain? It's like a backward argument, but that's the fact of the matter. We're feeding. We're trying to put the fire out and we're pouring water on it. Isn't it? By associating with all these unwanted things. Anyway, we're not going to, I know it's a disease of the age and everyone suffers from it, but we should try to cool down the fever. Bring the fever down. Okay, well so our goal, what's our goal? What's the goal of Krishna conscious movement? What's the goal? Pure love of God. Pure love of God. Unadulterated, uninterrupted, unmotivated love of God. Only wanting what Krishna wants. That's love. Not what I want, but only what Krishna wants. That's our goal. We're not there. What's the process of reaching it? Chanting the holy names. Is there anything else to that one? What is that?
There's no other way.
Pardon?
There's no other way.
There is no other way, exactly. Exactly, well, that's a perfect answer. The quality of our chanting, humility, tolerance, respect for others. Kaviraj Goswami said you should wear that verse around your neck constantly, just like you wear a necklace. Reminding ourselves constantly. And then in chanting itself, if we every chanting is good, there's always a benefit. But if we want that reciprocation from the Lord, we can't, love of God does not awaken by mechanical chanting. You may be able to control your senses. You may be able to advance beyond anarta even. But love of God, it is not something which is possible by mechanical chanting. It's only by the mercy of the Lord. It's only by His mercy. And we have to show our seriousness in chanting the holy name. In what way should we chant it? Without offense, isn't it? Wasn't that the point? We have to at least be aware of that if we want to move towards our goal. At least be aware. Pray for it. Haridas Thakur prayed for that, didn't he? Dasa aparada yena hridayena pashi karikara mahaprabhu yena namarasi. My dear Lord Mahaprabhu, my dear Mahaprabhu, please when I chant your holy name, please may the 10 offenses not affect me. May I always be absorbed in namras, in the correct understand the correct conception in relationship with the holy name. Just to bear in mind, we've got the greatest opportunity that exists here. It is worth more than all the jewels of the universe. And try to take it as seriously as we can. To avoid those, we already heard that just by chanting without committing offenses, everything is achieved. Everything. So what are the 10 offenses that we should try to avoid? I know that some of the candidates don't know them. Try to learn what they are. It's very important. What are they? To blaspheme those devotees. Well, specifically, you've already taken Nam Diksha, but to blaspheme those devotees who dedicated their lives to propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2. I didn't quite catch it, but you're probably right. Second offense, to consider the names of the demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Indra, Lord Brahma, to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. That's called Mayavad. That's the most dangerous offense, actually. It doesn't sound like it, but it is Mayavad. Everything's one. All the gods are one, you're God, everything's God. Well, there's a truth in that, but it's a misleading truth. It doesn't. It's only a part truth. Part truth. It's half chicken philosophy. He's the most dangerous one and difficult one to get out of. Third offense?
Disobey the order of the spiritual master and please the name of the ordinary person.
Yeah. Obviously, the spiritual master is supposed to be speaking the words of Parampara, so if you don't follow those words, you're not following Krishna, you're not going to make any advancements. Fourth offense? To blaspheme the Vedic literature, or literature in pursuance of Vedic version. Yeah. So we may not be in a position of eligibility to judge sometimes these things. We hear from those who are more elevated which literatures to hear from, which literatures to read, and so on and so forth, which are relevant to one's level of advancement and so on. Fifth offense?
To consider chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination.
To consider, say that again?
To consider chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination.
Not quite. You're almost right, but not quite. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna. You can't really say chanting Hare Krishna is imagination. You're doing it, you know. It's the glories which may be imagination. You know, I don't believe in all this. You know, I don't believe, you can get freed of all your sinful reactions and this, that, the other, you know. You have no faith, so you won't, obviously. But it's the glories. We may not be experiencing because there's a quality in chanting. Some reactions will be removed by, mixed chanting or by offensive chanting. But you won't experience some of them because our chanting is impure. It's impure, it's mixed. So you get a mixed result. Sixth offense? To give some interpretation on the holy name. We accept it for what it is from Guru Shastra Sadhu. It's non different than Krishna. Krishna is the supreme person. Hari is the internal potency, Radharani. We don't interpret it. Seventh offense? Harinamananda knows them all. Does anyone else know any? I see some of the ladies there also backing you up there. Seventh offense, eighth offense. What's the eighth? Someone else? The seventh offense to commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name. That's very common, especially amongst some denominations. They go to their place of worship and they pray, please forgive me for my sins. Isn't it? And then they come back again the next week, please forgive me for my sins. And the next week, please forgive me for my sins. Yes, okay, we're subject to sin. But you should be praying if you really want to please the Lord. If you know it's wrong to sin, we should be praying for the Lord's mercy so that we stop sinning. Not just, I'm going to sin, please forgive me all the time. Imagine if you had a child and you're trying to educate your child, and every day the child, comes in and, smashes the cat or something. I don't know if you have cats. Just smashes something, smashes the clock or something. And I'm really sorry, Dad, please forgive me. Okay, don't do it again. Next day he gets a new clock, you come in and smash it again. Oh, Dad, please forgive me. You did it yesterday, what's wrong with you? I really didn't mean to do it, Dad, honestly, please forgive me, I won't do it again. The next day you get another clock and he comes in and smashes every single day of the year. He smashes the clock. I think the dad will probably smash him at some point of time. And you're not supposed to do that, by the way, but he'll probably feel like doing it. He doesn't listen to a word you're saying. Not a word. Now you have to learn. The whole point of religion is not just to facilitate our nonsense, it's to free us from nonsense. That's my understanding. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. But so that we get free of this stuff. They're taking it so cheaply. That's called Sahajism. They take it so cheaply. So much Sahajism in modern day religion. You think you can, Just because you write your name there, you can get away with any damn thing. That's a sahaja. You think you're chanting Hare Krishna, you can do anything you like now. It's not like that at all. It means we haven't understood the meaning of the holy name. The 8th offense? They all sound the same to me, actually. It sounds like one offense. Every time I ask it, the sound is the same. Occasionally Hari Namananda, he stopped speaking now. When he speaks, I could hear something. I'm sure you got it right. I don't have any doubt in my mind of that, don't worry. The 8th offense, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna one of the auspicious ritualistic activities, just like another one. It's like just a prayer for material reasons, and get what you want materials. It's not on that level. This is a transcendental vibration which has entered into this universe. Take shelter. The holy name will take you back to Godhead. Who wants to go back to Godhead? Nobody. Not sure now if you do or don't. Do they have mobile phones in the spiritual world? Do they have mobile phones there or not? Do they have computers? No? Do they have genes? What about genes? No. Do they have these things? Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. They don't need them. The Hare Krishna mantra is not meant for some material purpose. It's not even meant for liberation. It is the Lord's mercy descending into His personal presence into this world. Most merciful Lord has appeared here, and He just wants to embrace us. Come, let's go together. Come together. Dance and chant together. Sing at the top of your lungs with all your being the holy name of Krishna. Try to hear the sound of the holy name. Try to hear that sound. It's the sweetest of all sounds. But unfortunately we're a little bit jaundiced. We're not here tasting the nectar. But by regularly chanting without offense, that taste will come. What's the 9th offense? Instructing a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Yeah. Prabhupada said that actually means, and Prabhupada said we give them a chance, but he said it means we don't initiate those who are not qualified. You don't give initiation cheaply. Like he did in the beginning, and always did in one sense. None of us are qualified. But a certain level of qualification is required for that. And normally we normally take it to mean we don't speak about, we get everyone to chant, everybody. We don't get into the details of what the holy name means and so on. And what's the 10th offense? Keep faith.
Some material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions on this matter.
Very good. You practiced that before you came here. All the girls sat down and practiced it. They said it in harmony. It was very well done. Experts. And it's also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. And then what's the last part?
So anyone who claims to be a vibration as regards against these offenses, in order to freely achieve the desired success of Krishna and love of God.
Which is Krishna Prema. Again it comes up. Krishna Prema. You have to avoid these offenses if we want. Otherwise it will take many lifetimes. Bahujama Karyati. So the more we can take this into account and try to serve the devotees, respect the devotees, be humble, be tolerant. Keep Srila Prabhupada is our Siksha Guru. He's our primary Siksha Guru for the whole movement. Every one of us. We're hearing from him. We're just basically just instruments for his mercy, or the mercy coming through Prabhupada. We're just trying to pass on a little bit. All of us. Every Vaishnava is acting in one form of a guru or another. But one thing is for sure, if we stick safely to Srila Prabhupada, you're protected. We're not going to say anything negative, positive about anyone else. Great Vaishnavas they may be, I don't know. But for sure, if we take shelter, we can see by the fruits. Lord Chaitanya, we heard about those fruits being distributed. We can see who is that Mantra Upashaka? Who is that Morsena Patibhakta? Who is that chief field commander Lord Gauranga said he would send? Who is that Mantra Upashaka he said he would send to this world to preach all over the world? Who is doing that? Turning foreigners from all countries of the world to the chanting of the holy name. Who is doing that? Or who's done that and still doing it? It's obvious. We don't have to ask. It's Srila Prabhupada who's done that. And if we stick with him, we can be instruments for that to continue. If we want to please Krishna, you have to please the one who's doing what Krishna wants. Not what they want, but what Krishna wants. He wants to bring pleasure to Krishna, which means pleasure to Radharani, which means pleasure to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And to please Lord Chaitanya, we have to please the Guru. To please the Guru, we have to serve the devotees. Like that. It's not just a direct. You have to serve the devotees. You have to develop the right attitude which pleases the spiritual master. And automatically Lord Nityananda, the Adi Guru, immediately, by his grace, we can enter into the association or the shelter of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and then the transcendental world, or enter into the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So it's a stage-by-stage process. An initiation is essential, whatever form it takes, for that commitment in the heart, that we accept that guidance of the disciplic succession, coming through the representative of the succession. We accept that in our hearts and follow that directive. Then our path is assured. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we're going to proceed now with the ceremony, and our esteemed priest is with us, and we're going to have a few things going on. What do you want to do first, Mathur? You want to do the Achaman, or you want the neck beads on first, or what do you want? We're going to do Achaman, but there's only 1 or 2 cups are available. Are there any more Achaman cups? There's 12 devotees. One of them seems to have disappeared, I think. No, they're still here.
Can I connect you to a Zoom meeting?
I'm still going to have to read my computer because the names are on it. I can't remember everyone's name.
Oh, got it, okay.
Yeah. I don't know how I can sidestep that one.
You can do
What can we do?
You can do it through the other computer.
What can I do through the other computer?
I was thinking so that maybe we can do 2 screens. You have 1 screen here, 1 screen.
You have to help me. I need to look at this page all the way through.
Yeah, because I think they need a laptop that's near Maharaj so that they can
do
hear
the
Maharaj.
needful. Well, I don't mind, as long as I can see what I'm seeing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Come on, Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Whilst he's doing this, Ashraman, carry on with the Ashraman Mathura. You need a microphone? Not yet. So while you're doing the Ashraman, I don't know if they're already there, we need 4 devotees to read 4 scriptures. We need a very sweet kirtaniya and a couple of kirtaniyas to join them. In what way's east? That way's east. East? So that way's west, right? That way's west? That way's west? That way's north. So over there has to be a sweet kirtan party. It's on the northwest according to Vastu. And we need 4 devotees to volunteer. They can be men or women, not the candidates, obviously. 4 devotees to volunteer, please, for reading scripture. We won't proceed unless there are 4 devotees. Which in northwest is meant to be on the northwest over there. So who are those 4 devotees? Put your hands up. There's two. Now 2 ladies, put your hands up. 1, 2. Okay. Now where are the scriptures? They're at the back there somewhere. Here. 4 different scriptures. Bhagavad Gita, 1 person. Srimad Bhagavatam, 1 devotee. Chaitanya Charitamrita, 1 devotee. And Brahma Samhita or Nectar Devotion, another devotee, or something like that.
Almost there.
And also we're going to have, whoops. Who's going to lead the kirtan over there? Sweet kirtan here. Very sweet, please. Okay, there he is. Don't forget to start with Prabhupada's pranams. Sometimes we jump straight in the deep end. That's the whole thing. We've just been talking about it. You've got to go through Guru. You've got to go through Gauranga. You can't go directly to Radha and Krishna. It's not possible. Impossible. Don't be a fool. You've got to go through Guru and Gauranga. And that today is Gauranga's appearance day. So what can you say? We have to do like that. I know why devotees don't do it. They forget the tune, their favorite tune. They forget what it is after they've chanted the pranams to Prabhupada. And they end up singing, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, damn it, Krishna, Krishna. What was that tune? Hare, Hare. What was the tune? You'll start, not yet. I'm just getting you all ready because we haven't given the names yet. Proceedings are still underway. Let us know, Matur, when you're ready. Otherwise, in the meantime, you can have a little kirtan in the meantime. Start a little kirtan. In the meantime.
They sent, Gopal sent a suggestion for Raman Riti's name. Radha Raman Riti. Or Radhika Raman Riti.
Oh, that was nice. Beautiful.
Yeah. He explains this because he's adding Radharani.
Perfect. Isn't it amazing we never thought of that? Krishna gave him because I was thinking of about 10 things at once, I couldn't, I wasn't focused on one thing. I was thinking of so many things. So
Radhika Ramanriti or Radha Ramanriti?
Radhika. I like Radhika Raman. I like Radhika Raman. Do you think it's nice?
Yes.
But you have a Radhika Raman here, don't you? You have a devotee named Radhika Raman. Huh?
Yes, we have, he's male, but it's not Radhika Raman only.
I know. Where is he? Where is he now?
Kind of. Somewhere, I don't know, he's stopped coming.
He's not very active.
No.
And it's okay. You're always going to get 2 or 3 with the same name, eventually, if they move anyway. I like that. That's brilliant. Say big thank you to Radha Lala, please.
Gopal. It's Gopal.
Gopal. The thing is, I've got to take this chair. Is this going to stay here? It has to go. How are you going to... See, when they get their beads, you've got to be able to show them me and the beads in transaction. How are you going to do that? That's not going to work on here. This camera's limited.
Sorry, can you repeat that, Maharaj?
When the devotee comes up for their beads, when they come up for their beads, whatever's being shown to Sibu or anywhere else come to that, has to be a camera showing the devotee bowing down and in his hand taking the beads off of me. How will this do that?
We can do that there.
But I'm going to be very confused because I'm trying to read names, give beads, accept obeisances with all this going on at the same time.
Yeah, I think this one,
because if this stays here, it's going to be really difficult for me.
We have to move this one.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. I don't know how. I don't know what it's doing in the first place.
But for the reading later, we'll just get it back. The names. Or you want there?
What? They're going to be bowing down right there.
Maybe better to put the laptop to your left, Maharaj.
Pardon?
Maybe better to put this one to your left.
Yeah, I don't know what it's doing, so I can't. I'm confused. I need an Asherman cup. Oh, let's do it then now. Hey Vishnu! Shanti! Chant! Shanti! Not Shanti, Shanti! French. Only you know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on here. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. So dear devotees, we're now moving on to the Namkarana, the name-giving ceremony. There are altogether 8 devotees making their vow today. 2 of them are online in Cebu. They're there with Radha Ballabha Prabhu and Gopal Prabhu. And 6 are sitting here, 3 ladies, 3 men. So, Maturnath Prabhu, when we begin, I think we're going to have to readjust their location a little bit because they're going to be throwing grains on you from this angle. And especially me, I'm going to just be throwing them straight at you. So what I'll do is, if someone can give me a little pot or something, I don't know, there's no way I can throw them over you like that, without spraying you with grains. But then they can adjust a little later, but before you start the yajna, they need to adjust. So now we're going on to the Namkarana. We're going to request all the devotees. We're here, fortunately, today in front of Nitya Gaurnath Raj and Danitai Gaura Hari, Nitai Sundar Gaurnath Raj rather, and Danitai Gaura Hari, and in front of Srila Prabhupada, and all of you devotees to please bless these candidates that they can maintain their vows, remain sincere, and develop there, especially those who are taking Brahmin initiation. Yeah, I need all of your attention, please. It's not the time to explain how to throw the grains yet. I need their full attention. It's very important for those who are taking Brahmin initiation to understand. We've already mentioned the purposes of why it's been instituted in our movement, primarily for the purpose of preaching and to facilitate the necessity of deity worship, which is so important also in our devotional lives, to help us to become conscious of Krishna, to learn how to do things for Krishna, to purify us of our impure habits, which we tend to have, to regulate us, and many other factors related to that. But a Brahmin is supposed to have certain qualities, or at least to develop those qualities. It's not the work we do exactly, preaching or deity worship. Krishna doesn't talk about that. He talks about the quality of the work when it comes to Brahmins. And primarily, Prabhupada made it simple with 4 main qualities. One must be truthful. Truthfulness is basically the first quality of a Brahmin, truthful. One must be very, very clean. Cleanliness. Srila Prabhupada very much emphasized this. He told one of my godbrothers, Kulashekar Prabhu, he said, if you learn nothing else in this movement, and if you go away, he said, at least be clean. Learn to be clean. Cleanliness. Try to be clean and tidy. Krishna is seeing everything we do. So try to practice to become clean. Austere. Regulated principles, refraining from certain activities. We mentioned some already. Be a little austere and merciful. That's all of these have been mentioned already, to distribute this mercy of Lord Chaitanya to others. These are expected of those, especially those who've taken the vow of second initiation. Try not to become proud in any way. Hare Krishna. So we're going with the Namkarana. Those who've taken second initiation will have to come to see me after the ceremony in the chalet at the top, and also those who've taken first, but we'll explain that later. Okay, we'll proceed. I'll need to see this here. Take the plug out. That'll be. Oh no, is it got to be in there or not? Is it required to be in there?
I don't think so. Thank you.
I can't see it from there. And I know I've not got a photogenic memory, so excuse me, I do have to refer to the computer here. So I don't know. I'm going to need. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Remove those grains. I need it kind of there, really. Hope it doesn't fall off. There we go. Where's the cursor gone? See if you can find the cursor. It's not showing up on the page. I think he's deactivated it because he's got another program on at the same time. That's what's happened here. Is there any other way we can up and down it? Yeah, there is. We can do it like this. Oh, there's the cursor. It's appeared. It's not acting because it's connected to the projector at the same time. I'll be all right. I'll manage. Okay, Hare Krishna, everybody. This time, I hope we have a little bit of usually a drum roll. I'm going to ask the devotees now. Maybe we'll start with the 3 devotees here to make it easy. All 3 of you, and I'm told by Mathurnath Prabhu, the general order here is you go and offer your obeisances. What is it, Mathur, you do here? You offer your obeisances. All 3 of you go and offer your obeisances to Prabhupada. All 3, Noriel. Also, you have to put your camera down if you haven't already done it. You're attached to the camera. It's better than a mobile. But you have to put that down and offer your obeisances now. Someone can help them if it's confusing. And after that, full dandavats, that means full down, with your hands on the ground, and offer your obeisances to Prabhupada. And then from there, you go to the deities. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So, Norio Prabhu has been recommended by the devotees in Cebu. He lives in Summer Island, and he likes doing photography, that's for sure. Very sweet devotee, helping with the yatra in Cebu. We've met a few times here and there. He was with me last year when we went to Cebu, wherever we went. And after you've offered your proper obeisances to the deities, then you can come here and sit just there. That's it. Yeah. And Michael, back to Michael and Sherman, have been recommended by Janardhan Prabhu. Is he here? Is Janardhan here? Where is Janardhan? There he is, Janardhan. Hari Bol. Not yet. We'd let them all sit down there for a few seconds. So Janardhan, you have a couple of words you'd like to say about Sherman and about Michael? Like to say a few words? Mike, he wants Mike. Mike? Where? Here's Mike. He's here. Mike's here. Give him the mic. Give him the mic. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got one.
Hare Krishna. So, Michael Adorador Vargas, also known as Meg or Michael, he's 33 years old, a regular Bhakti Vriksha member for almost 15 years.
Whoa.
Who also supports and helps sustain the program in Caloocan. And he attended Bhakti Vriksha regularly, and he practiced regular service by conducting program in South Caloocan every month. So a responsible father and working on their own printing business.
Very good. Hare Krishna, Mike. Wonderful. And Sherman?
Sherman Prabhu, or Sherman De Carlos, is 44 years old, a regular Bhakti Vriksha member and practicing Krishna
I don't know if it's possible. I don't know too much about Norio. I don't know if Madhabalabo or Gopal can say anything. Maybe it's not possible. I don't know.
Security guard. Actually, he's uncle of Acharya Sevadas Prabhu.
Uncle?
Yeah.
Acharya Sevak's uncle. Very good. Hari Bol. Sherman Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Wonderful. So we'll proceed. We'll start, I guess, the easiest is we start here with Michael. So come over here. If you have a camera, somebody's taking pictures. Usually we take pictures at this time. I don't know. You have to be there to take pictures. Here's the photographers. He's looking at you. Pinada Pisura Chena, Corona Pisa Hishnuna. Hey, you look at me. So, Michael, if there's a language problem with anybody, somebody may have to translate into Filipino or Tagalog or whatever. You understand, okay? Can you say in English or not?
English.
You can say the four regulative principles in English?
Guru Maharaj. The four regulative principles. Guru Maharaj, the four regulative principle is no eating, including fish and eggs, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex.
Very good. And how many rounds a day?
Guru Maharaj, 16 rounds daily and 25 rounds during Ekadasi.
Oh, very good.
I continue reading Srila Prabhupada's book, Guru Maharaj, and I promise never leave this call.
I never even asked for that, and he's already... I'll have to make that vow myself. I never made that vow. Hare Krishna. Wonderful. So, You told me the other day you like Lord Jagannath, is that right? You like Lord Jagannath?
Yes, Guru.
You couldn't really say no. Maybe I got it wrong. The name of Krishna, the name of Krishna, which means all attractive, the all attractive Lord. The name of Lord Jagannath, the name of Lord Chaitanya, the name of Krishna. It's a very simple name. It's a name Prabhupada gave to one of my godbrothers in London. Your name is Mohan Das. Mohan. Haribol. Woo. Jai Mohan. Jai. They're all very simple names. We give very simple names. Mohan, yeah. Mohan. Haribol. Mohan. I did go through them. If there's any comments on this, he's the man to say. He didn't choose any of the names. I just showed him the names and said, "Is there any problem with any of these names?" He said, "No problem." So if there's any problem, you have to go to him, not me. He's to blame, okay? Because I went through the names. I said, "Is this one okay?" He said, "Yeah, it's fine," you know. It's always just let me know. I know sometimes the local language or something or reason or another, you know, some weird person's got the same name. So now we'll call upon Sherman. Haribol, Sherman. Haribol! Jai, Sherman. Jai, Jai, Jai. Haribol, Sherman. Is English okay? Okay. So nice to see you again. So Sherman, can you tell us the 4 regulated principles?
Guru Maharaj, 4 regulated principles, no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling.
Very good. And how many rounds on your beads?
Minimum of 16 rounds and 25 rounds in Ekadasi.
Very good. Well done, Sherman. So Sherman Prabhu, also a name of Lord Jagannath and Lord Chaitanya. I tried to combine it as much as I could with Gaura Purnima, like this. And I'm a Jagannath fan. Ratha Yatras and worshipping Lord Jagannath. We started like that. So. We like to give that on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. Of course, we're just trying to do a little service to make him happy and to spread his mission all over the world, bring new souls to his lotus feet. I'd like to give you the name, which is said is the name of Krishna, it's the name of Lord Chaitanya, it's the name of Lord Jagannath. Your name is Sanatan Das. Haribol! Haribol! Sanatan means, sometimes we mean eternal, huh? The brother of Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan. Okay. And now, we've got to go to the next page now. Yep. We'd like to call upon now back to Norio. Hare Krishna, Norio. Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming up. He's representing the devotees in Cebu. He'll be taking the beads to Cebu for the other 2 devotees. Is that correct? He'll take the beads. So, Norio Prabhu, can you tell us what the 4 regulated principles are?
The 4 regulated principles are no meat eating, including fish and egg, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
Very good. How many rounds a day?
16 rounds.
Minimum 16. And if you have time, and Prabhupada, by the way, did not insist on it. He liked it. He asked it, he said, it's good if you chant 25 rounds on a Kalashi. It wasn't an absolute rule. But if you can, please do. And it's very, very valuable if you can chant more on Ekadashi. As many. There's no limit, by the way. There's no limit. It's not against the regulated principles to chant more than 16 rounds. You're allowed to chant more. Did you know that? Did you know that, Bharat Prabhu? They're allowed, is that correct? Are they allowed to chant more than 16 rounds, or is it like breaking the principles? Huh? It is allowed, okay. You can chant more than 16 rounds. There's no limit. So, Norio Prabhu, as today is the appearance day of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, a name which is more directly Lord Chaitanya's name. Your name is Nimai Chandradas. Pay your obeisances. You can pay your obeisances and I'll give you the beads back. Nimai Chandra Prabhu, Hari Bol. Now there are 2 other devotees in Cebu. Now how are we going to do that? Maturnath, how are we going to do it? I don't know how it's going to work. Can they come and bow down? Put the computer here, or what am I supposed to do? I don't know. I'm not very technological savvy, you know. How are we going to do this? Is it possible? Everything's possible. It is possible. Okay.
Can you ask them to speak, Prabhu Maturna?
Yeah, you can speak now, Prabhu.
Is there some speaker that we can hear it?
Yes, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Then let's see who they are. It's back to Billy, and that's not going to be the name, it's going to be different.
Can you try again?
Speaker.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes, Maharaj.
I don't know. Hare Krishna. So, will the candidates be able to speak and be heard?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. So, first of all, we'll call upon back to Billy.
Yes, Maharaj.
Can I see him? Hare Krishna, Billy. We wish you were here. So, thank you very much for taking this responsibility and taking shelter in Srila Prabhupada's movement. So, can you tell us what the 4 regulated principles are?
Yeah. No eat meat, fish and egg, no illicit sex, no gambling and no intoxication.
Very good, thank you. And how many rounds a day on your beads?
16 rounds.
Very good. Minimum? More if you can.
16 rounds.
Good, good, good. So your name? Are you ready? Have you got a long hand, long arm? How do you do this? Push it into the computer. You have to have a hole in the computer.
The hands go upside.
I don't know if you can see. These are the beads. You can see them? Okay. They'll be coming for you in a few days. Your name is Balagopaldas. You got a good beating there. They gave you a good beating, that's for sure. Hare Krishna. Balagopal Prabhu, okay. So we have to put them somewhere different so they don't get muddled up, huh? And where's dear Raman Reiki Mata? Maybe either Gopal, Haribol, Raman Reiki Mataji, either Gopal Prabhu or Radha Balabal, you can say a couple of words about these devotees. Say a couple of words. Say something.
Yes, Maharaj. Balagopal Prabhu Maharaj is he's been practicing. He said they're good. They're friends with Balaram Prabhu from Manila way back, and now he's back here in Cebu and helping us in our preaching here, especially at the park program. We have the kirtan at the park, and he brings his instruments and his handicrafts, Guru Maharaj. So Bhakta Bili Prabhu is very active now and is taking seriously his Krishna consciousness. Maharaj.
Jai. Bhagopal Prabhu ki Jai.
Then we have here Maharaj Raman Reti Mataji, sister of Vrindavan Bihari Mataji. Mataji started Krishna consciousness late 1977. They already started when Prabhupada was still around. They already chanting Hare Krishna, Prabhupada was still around. And until now, Maharaj, she's still here. One of our motherly devotee here in Cebu. Very service-oriented devotee, very devoted, Maharaj. And she's helping now with Vrindavan Bihari Mataji. We have a Namat center here near Mandawi City, near the airport area. So we are gathering every other Sunday here, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Wonderful. So, Raman Reti Mata, can you say what the 4 regulative principles are?
Yes, Maharaj. So, the 4 regulative principles are no fish and eggs eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex.
Very good. And how many rounds a day on your beads?
16 rounds minimum.
Very good. So you already have such a beautiful name, and very beautiful name. So we're just going to add a little bit to the name. Your name is Radha Raman Reti Dasi. Haribo! Radha Raman Reti Dasi ki Jai. Haribo! Hare Krishna. Yes. Radha Raman Reti. Radha or Radha Raman Reti, whichever you like. Whichever sounds better. Hare Krishna, oh, glorious to your service. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Haribo. We can keep that on the side. Hare Krishna. Stay tuned. Haribo. Hare Krishna. Balagopal. Hare Krishna. Radha Balaba. Haribo. Jai Shri, Haribo, everyone else who's online there, Gopal, everyone else. You have Gopal, you've got Balagopal. So he's the little one, Balagopal. Young Krishna. Gopal's there as well. Hare Krishna. So we'll move on to the ladies here in Rajeko village. See where are we now? So it's the 3 ladies who are first candidates. So they're offering their obeisance. It's jolly good.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Maybe Janardhan Prabhu, you can say a few words. They're all from your Sangha.
Hare Krishna. Mother Lady Anne was 27 years old, and she is a wife of Mohan Prabhu. And she also attended Bhakti Vriksha regularly, and she practiced regular service by conducting program in South Caloocan every month. and also a regular Dr. Briksha member in Caloocan for almost 5 years, who engaged and also provides support to the program.
Very good. So come forward. Vaccine, Lady Anne. In England, if you had a name like Lady Anne, you would be considered one of the royalty. Lady Anne. What's your name? My name is Lady Anne. Yes, Lady Anne. What are the 4 regulative principles?
Krishna Guru Maharaj. The 4 regulative principles are no meat eating, including fish and eggs, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex.
Very good. And how many rounds?
Minimum 16 rounds daily and 25 rounds during Ekadasi.
You're a very good family. Thank you very, very much. Don't forget the name Das and Dasi are the most important to remember in many ways, isn't it? We're servants. We don't become the personality of Godhead or whatever. We're servants of that person. So I also thought of a name which is a name of Lord Jagannath also. You also like Lord Jagannath, I heard. You told me the other day. There's a name of Lord Jagannath. He's an ocean of compassion. And he's also the repository of compassion. Your name is Dayalu Devi Dasu. Hari Bol! Hare Krishna! Dayalu. Full of compassion. Very compassionate. Hare Krishna. And next?
Next is Father Aitan from Marikina, 35 years old, and she started practice Krishna consciousness 2003. Until now she practiced well, and she is in Caloocan right now, attending the program regularly. She worked as freelance photographer and graphic artist.
Your name came over as Anna, and then it was Tani.
My full name is Tani J, but they call me Atta.
Atta.
Yes, Guru
Atta?
Yes, Guru
Atta.
That's my nickname.
Atta. Okay. So, do you know what the 4 regulative principles?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. No egg, fish, meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and no gambling.
Excellent. How many rounds a day?
Minimum of 16 rounds, Guru Maharaj.
Wonderful. So your name is the name of Radharani. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Radha. No one is more youthful than Srimati Radharani. She is the most beautiful and youthful of all living entities. And this is the name of Radha, which refers to that. Your name is Taruni Devi Dasi. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai Taruni Devi ki jai. Oh, Dasi.
Next is Mother Rhoda,
Hare Krishna.
the wife of Ganabir Das Prabhu, and 51 years old. She practiced Krishna consciousness for about 10 years, introduced by and guided by senior devotees like His Grace Aniruddha Das Prabhu from Tondo. So right now she is in Caloocan attending the program regularly.
And here's Danavir. Here he is. You're getting a picture? It's a big moment for you, boy. Wonderful to see husband and wife moving forward in their Krishna consciousness. What are the 4 regulated principles, Rhoda?
Guru Maharaj, the 4 regulative principles are no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex.
Very good. How many rounds a day?
Minimum of 16 rounds a day.
Very good. So your name is Rasalila Devi Dasi. I think you all know what the Rasalila is. Yeah, no need to explain that one. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I think that's all the devotees who are taking first initiation. So if you can locate them so they can easily don't have your back to the deities though. Maybe can move around a little bit. You can sit over there. Sit over there. Really? Memorial. Can't remember the name. Nitai Chandra. Nimai Chandra. So now we can begin with the readings. The readers, please begin. And a nice kirtan going on throughout the ceremony. Yeah?
Mantra, God is sitting after me, and then we will chant 3 swaha every mantra, then offer rings using your middle finger and thumb.
Transfer the mic. Go ahead.
That one? Got that one too. After the ceremony, we usually have to inform them to collect some dakshin. We don't usually think about that. They may not even know about it. I don't know if anyone's... Prabhupada himself said they had to do that. It's written there. And then, once they're finished with that, after this I'm going to make my way up to the hut. And then all the candidates have to come up, both first and second, to the hut with whatever dakshin they have, whatever it may be. And then after seeing the first initiates briefly with their dakshin, and then the second candidate's second initiation, I'll talk to them all together at one go to begin with, and then one by one give them the Gayatri mantra, and then they'll come out, and we'll work that little detail when we get up there. I'll need another devotee to be with you. There'll be these 3 of us.
Do you want me to bring that chair here?
Yeah, I can sit there. It doesn't matter who they are, it's more to kind of like be there when I give them the Gayatri on their own, you know? They can't be alone in the room. It has to be a Brahmin though. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Something may fall down. There's something in between my legs. No. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So please repeat after me.
Om Ajana Gunarandasya Gunanjana Salakaya Chaksho Amritam Yena Asmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Kapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Yadamayam Yadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Rupam
Sagrajatam
Sagrajatam
Sahagana
Sahagana
Raghunatham Vitam
Tam Sajivam
Sadvaitam
Sadvaitam
Savadutam
Savadutam Parijana Sahitam
Krishna Chaitanya Devam
Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishaka Vishaswa
Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Swaha Hare Krishna Sindhu Bando Jagatpate Yogresha Gopikanta Namaste
Vatsavasva Satam Bojo Radha Adinamohano Divya Vrindaranya Sumadaha Srimad Sattagara Sihasanastau Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Estalibihi Yajamano Marami Sarambi From Shivata Vitasitaha Harsha Rena Sanagopir Gopinatha Sriyeshtunaha Tapta Kanchana Orangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Nithe Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Swaha Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Swaha stand up and hold the banana in between our palms. And we will do the
po ng araya po ng ema masisirin. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can put the remaining grace now. Om Anggahinam, Priyahinam, Vidhinam, Sayad Babet, Asya